You have to ask questions. You have to ask the client, how often would you like me to reach out to you? How fast do you want to buy? What's the time frame?
Yeah.
And he says, my lease expires in 9 months. He says, okay, so I'm not going to be, bothering you. Or would you like me to stay in touch? How often would you like to stay in touch? Sometimes you're going to make a call and see how he reacts. Maybe he wants to talk.
Yes.
So you're going to have to, okay, so he wants to talk. Let's call again in a week. And then he might say, I'm busy, or he's not responding, text you back. Okay, it's a little bit too often. You do it, you play by ear. Yes, more questions is the trick for everything. Anything you want to do, you need to learn how to ask more questions. More questions. Anything, whatever, listing appointment. You could have a spiel, you could have like a presentation thing, how you go step by step, but it's not what they're concerned. Some sellers are ready to go with you. They just want to know where you're going to put the lockbox. And you going through the process of how you have to kind of adjust and see what this one wants. Some sellers want to sit down for 2.5 hours. Okay, you adjust. Some just, I don't have really much time. Let's sign the paperwork. I got to go. You can't be doing a 1-hour presentation. He doesn't want to listen to that. He wants to ask specific questions and let's go.
I don't want to bother them. That's why I.
And some want.
Ask and then wait, and then ask and then wait. But sometimes I feel that's not enough.
Yeah.
I have to communicate and ask more probably, more questions.
You always have to ask questions, but then at some point you'll see, okay, so they really don't want my questions anymore. They're pretty comfortable. Then you just, play by ear. You kind of have to fill it out. And sometimes you can ask, hey, do you have any questions to me? What's bothering you? So what we're doing right now is we're setting goals. Everybody's setting how many houses they want to sell. So now it's your turn. How many houses you want to sell this year?
This year,
Yes.
my goal is at least 30.
Nice. I like it.
Yes.
40? Wow.
30, yes.
30 houses.
Yes, because really we are working very hard. We have around 3 events. We have February, March, up to May.
You have 3 events planned.
4 in total.
4.
4.
Uh-huh.
And we have a BMO branch invite us for a table. That one is in the middle of the week. Fridays is paycheck, and we know people, the Ciceros.
Yeah.
And we have another one in Andersonville. We are marketing Andersonville, yes. Because we
How is your success from these events?
All the people are working right now is for my events.
Nice.
Yeah, we don't.
All your clients right now that you have coming from events.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, Lupita
What's
is
up,
my
man?
first event.
Spend $6 on the coffee? Oh, it's probably 7. It's Vito.
I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, hola. Yeah. Nice. All the clients coming from events. So you got a little niche over there. You got to do Facebook Lives.
Yes, I know. Right now, I'm trying to post more Canva. I don't know if you saw it.
I know. I see
Yes,
a
I'm
lot.
trying
Yeah.
almost every
I like
single-
every time.
Yeah, I see. It's hard for us being.
I mean, it's 2 of you all the time. So one grab a camera. Hey guys, we're doing an event. We're here in Andersonville.
Going to do it for.
We're meeting this and that. If you're nearby, stop by. We're here till this time. A little like that. Just a reminder. Hey.
I'm here.
And then at the end, like, if you need to buy or sell a house, reach out to me. It's like a joke, But you kind of communicate.
It's kind of hard for us.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
events?
No.
They do like events. Like basically you have a table, and then there's a bunch of people, and so you kind of network like that. Pretty much they set up a table, right?
Yes.
You don't really do you'll do some giveaways maybe.
Yes. Right now we start giving.
Yeah. You do some raffles here and there, but pretty much you just there. People walk around, you talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we take the information and later start follow people.
Good.
Where did you find these people?
And
They're there.
They are there. Yes.
But how do you find events? That's the question.
It's because we have a friend.
Oh shit!
have a
Secret
friend.
friend, secret friend who shares all the events.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he offered the tables. Usually he
Oh.
always gives us the table free.
And who is that friend who's how does he know all these events?
Because he is the person to the events.
He's
Event
just
planner
like-
kind
He's
of.
yes, he's a event
Oh,
planner.
that's so good.
Yes.
That's so good.
That's cool.
That's why we have. Last year was we have 3 years in Expo Latina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He always try to put us in the table.
Yeah.
He always is save a spot.
Yeah.
And he tried to put us in the best spot. When
Nice.
people comes, is the first table there.
So Mary, what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep doing events.
Yes, because that worked for us.
How many events you did last year?
Last year was around 7, but this one we plan more.
More than 7, uh-huh.
Yes, because
One a
we
month,
want for
yeah?
this, yes, once a month. But for these ones, we want 5 a year for home buyer. Our first one is in US Bank is February 7.
Why don't you do a seminar for buyers?
That's that one.
Seminar. Like a seminar, a presentation
Yeah.
in the room. Dima's doing.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Maybe
like
we
you
can try to
advertise, but you have to do a lot of advertising on Facebook and Facebook groups, and pay some of your like influencers. You pay some money so they can promote you. You know, like
Okay.
some in Latino community, you gotta have somebody who's influencer.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta pay them like $100. Hey, can you post on your page or somewhere, or just
We
mention?
start doing that.
Yeah, because that's the real trick. To get a lot of people come, you have to give somebody a little bit of money so they can promote your stuff. Same thing for you. You know, you gotta pay somebody a little bit. They don't charge much, so they can just like promote a little bit. The people will click, and you'll get extra people come.
Okay.
That's a 100x ROI. You pay somebody a couple $100, couple people come, and couple people buy from you. You make thousands and thousands paying just $100 or $200
Yeah.
for just a little ad. So seminars,
Yeah.
yeah. You're doing an event.
Because
So-
we have a few events, but our first seminar is in February 7 or February 9. I don't remember the date.
Seminar?
Yes.
You doing a seminar in February?
Yes.
About what? About what?
About home buyer, first home buyer. We do it with US Bank. We have a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
We have a.
Who's organizing?
Our friend from the US Bank is a lender.
Oh, lender is
Lender
organizing.
knows. Yes.
Mhm.
We connected. We are working with him from last year. and
It's
he
gonna be a
wants-
dead seminar. I have a feeling. I've been to some of the
If-
lender
if lender-
seminars.
yeah,
They
if
don't
lender-
promote them. There's like 5 people show up. You know.
Because they put
That's
in
okay.
this hard work on the realtors. So
Yeah.
they organize, they invite
Yeah.
agents, and
I've been to those
But-
seminars where like it was just me eating pizza with the lender. I'm like, where's the people? Nobody came. And you know, we do in these seminars like 50, 60 people because you have to promote, you know, crazy. You have to promote so much.
That's why we're here. We asked Sofia for the flyers and everything because we start promote the
Yeah. Flyers is good, but the social is where everything is at. You know? Flyers is like it's a hard work. You have to start giving out these flyers, you
Yeah.
know. You create a video, like they're gonna do a video today, right?
We-
You're gonna
we
post.
got
They were
it
doing the
done.
whole day doing it because there's 5 of them. They're doing the seminar. They got together. So you can even take his maybe flyer or whatever, and then create a video about that meeting, and then click the like belong to register,
Okay.
and promote that video and share it to a bunch of Facebook groups. You have to kind of start doing it, you know, and then you'll have a lot of people will get interested. Some will show up. First event is not good. You can do a second event. Second one's a little bit better, or maybe the first one will be good right away.
Okay.
Depends how many people you're gonna bring. You know, but that's you know, you have a bunch of people come in, and then and then it's easier for them to. Then they start asking questions, and you have the card, and if they need something, they already know you.
Okay. Because we do event in Century last year, and we have around 5 people come. It's
Nice.
a big surprise. Was a big surprise because the lender. I know the lender.
Well, you can pull 50 easy. Easy, you can pull 50 people. It's easy, but you have to use Facebook.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you got, I've heard the stat recently that English is not actually the biggest community.
No.
It's a Latino people that are
Yes.
growing so much. It's like you have such a huge opportunity, and everybody that you're staying close to each other,
Yes.
So there's probably hundreds of Facebook groups that have many people, and you can just spread that little message over there. Right.
Talk with people.
No, you gotta, this business, you find your niche,
Yes.
and you have to enjoy it.
Yes.
If you start making cold calls every day, but you hate them, but something
Yes,
else is
right.
working. Same thing with me. I noticed that videos were bringing me clients, But I was calling for sale by owners, which still was working, but I was working much harder to get something, and I'll post a video and somebody comes. I'm like, I should be making money here because this is like whatever, it's bringing money.
Yeah.
So I switched my focus, boom, and it starts growing, but still was calling, but not as much.
Yeah.
It wasn't number one lead source, it was number 2 or 3, but still is top. But the first one is the one that works. That's why in the beginning you start to test, and then you see what works, you double down, and then you cap, and then you have to start adding a little bit other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the first goal is to start making money, so you do what's easiest.
Yeah.
So events and seminars.
Yeah, and we enjoy that. That's easy for us to talk with people and.
If you record the video, I'll help you go how to set it up and how to share it, how to register the Eventbrite link, because it's free. There's better services, but Eventbrite is free. If you go over 200 attendees, then you have to pay money. Because we had this picture with Santa. We had a Santa and clients would come to take pictures. We had 300 people registered. So we had to pay for that in Eventbrite. They charge $10 for that. Because there's more tickets. People would buy and buy and buy. There are over 300 people. But if you are under 100, it's free.
Okay.
So you have to register Eventbrite link and have people register there and buy tickets because they will leave the email.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
you need that email.
You need the email.
Yeah, so you can plug it back into the CRM and then set up some stuff going to them.
Yeah.
And then if they call you, you ask for their name and boom, it's already in your CRM and you already have their email. Yeah. Joanna, you should be doing the same thing. You should be tapping into your Polish community.
Yeah.
With a seminar, home buyer. You, Agnes and Biara, need to organize home buyer seminar in Polish.
Yeah. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't do video in Polish. I was thinking I struggled with making video. Maybe it would be easier to make it in Polish than try to go into English.
No, yeah.
Yeah, especially there's so many Polish here.
Yeah. I see Beata is doing, and she's doing a little bit.
She started getting referrals.
She-
She got a listing appointment, I think, this week. She starts getting. She's like listing only,
Wow.
Beata?
Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome.
She called me, and she said that the seller wants to go with her now, but he's still listed. And so he said, you might have the same situation if you go. And she's like, I didn't even think about it. You're right. She needs to take it off the market first.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I was almost dragged into the house when it was still listed, and the seller says, I want to cancel, can you come? So it's still on the market, sorry, I really can't.
One thing that
cancel
you're
the-
putting yourself at the risk.
And then he's going to use my knowledge, and then he says, his broker, okay, let's drop the price, and I'll still be with you. By the way, this broker was here in the house with his CMA, here's his picture. Like, what are you doing, You have to be smart. You have to
and
have
not
them
only
cancel the
legally,
listing
but
first.
You're also making, you're just leaving a bad track. I don't know how to say.
First,
it,
you're gonna get the listing agent is gonna see that you were there with your listing presentation while it's on the market. Second, there's no guarantee that the seller will be canceling. He just wants to get a free opinion while he's still on the market. And third, there's no benefit to you. So pretty much you're just hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You have to have the listing expired, then you legally can come in. And it has to be off the market, then you can step in. So he wants to list.
But
He's-
with other agent.
But there's nothing signed.
Nothing signed.
Would you
So
like
I
to
just
compare
did-
what I do?
Yeah.
So what do you say after that?
Would you like to compare and to
Yeah.
see who's better? If you see somebody else is better, that's good. If I'm better, I would love to do a business with you.
I will do that.
You have to be confident. You're like, would you
commission-
like to see? Because I'm a little bit
I
different.
see that the commission
I do
is
better
kind of an
results.
issue. Maybe I can just say, you know what, I can.
You can ask that in front. You say, hey, is a fee a big issue for you, or would you like to sell for the top dollar? Would you care about the listing fee? What's your biggest concerns? Some say I just need to sell for the top dollar, and you kind of have to say not every single real estate agent is going to sell for the same price. So sometimes the commission might be higher, but your net is also higher.
And
You have to bring it up and leave it on the table so they understand it's there too. But if he still pushes on the lower commission, adjust.
And I will
My
just
opinion.
drop it in. Look what I'm doing for my buyers. I'm sending letters. I'm calling. I'm trying. I'm taking
Yes.
one extra step. I will do
Yeah.
it for you too. On the
And
other
sometimes
side.
you have to do like this and say, look, I'm the best. Trust me, you will not regret. I am the best. And you have to kind of look in the eye and shut up. Sometimes you have to do this. And it's magical, air now starts convincing him too, and then he says, okay, fine, I'll believe you. And plus, if you've been, listening and you're doing everything, perfect, and then at the end you say, just give it to me, just do it for me. And sometimes I say, can you do it for me? I got kids to feed, or whatever. You can say, hey, I got bills to pay, or whatever. You can come up to to make it, more personal too. Hey, can you do it for me? It's a Grand Cardone close. Do it for me. You have to kind of sometimes, if you've seen how I talk to a couple of for sale by owners on the Monday calls, those that are I see that I have something in my hand, I would say, want to meet me?
Yeah. So really have a good luck. Good luck. It works. Because
How many
people
houses
are
you want to sell?
responding.
How many houses you want to sell this year?
Can we go towards more volume money than number of houses?
It's up to you.
Okay. Minimum 3 millions. I would like to. And
That's not good.
That's not
because
good.
you
It's
said
not
minimum.
goal, it's
It's not goal.
basic.
It's already
Your
mindset
minimum
is not
100
good.
million this
You have to say I want to reach boom.
Okay.
And then shoot for the stars, not for the foundation,
In my mind, there's foundation.
You want 10
to be
million?
honest.
You want 10 million?
10 million.
It's 20 deals. 25 deals, let's say. Look, these people, everybody wants 20, 30, 25. Everybody, we're going to sell 1,000 houses this year if everybody hits the goal.
That's
10 million.
No,
Yeah.
but you believe you can do it?
She
Can you?
doesn't. I can tell that she doesn't. You
Why do
believe
you
it.
think you can? Why do you think you can? How many millions did you do this year? How many did you do this year?
Over 2 million.
And you
2 million, 200, 2 million, 300, something like that. I cannot remember.
a little bit over 2 million. Yeah. So
Say 5.
I say 10.
you believe in 10? You believe in 10? How many? You did 11, right?
11.5.
11.5. Sorry.
11.532.
Yeah. I did last year 20 by doing it extremely part-time. And 90% of my time is here. So they landed on me. I tripped on 20 million, So for you to focus and get a 10 million, it's half of the job,
Okay.
Agnes, how many millions you did last year? I forgot.
Not much.
Agnes never shares. Never shares the numbers.
I
Agnes
don't
doesn't-
like it because you said,
Yeah.
I got the number that you asking. I got the number a while in my head. That's what I want to do. And if I cannot share, I will be happy with that.
Yeah.
But I got the number what I want to do this year. I didn't do it in last year. But I hope I'm just not hoping. I'm just doing the steps.
I
Yeah.
actually made a mistake because I made it with Komar, but I was in a previous company. So this is already over 3 millions.
You see? And now you just wanna just be
repeat?
the same?
No.
No, you gotta be
What's wrong
better.
with me?
You gotta do
10 million.
Okay, we're doing 10 million
Just
bucks.
talking what I'm-
Shit.
She just processed her tongue.
And every year it gets better. Plus, this year is going to be even better than the previous year because rates are coming down. Everybody's gonna the door's unlocking, for lots of sellers and buyers. So this year is going to be phenomenal. So 10 million volume. How are you going to do it?
Yeah, but I was afraid of this
But you have to
question.
who did I talk to yesterday? Okay, somebody called on my listing. I gave it to Svetlana. I gave the lead. Say, hey, take the lead. She calls the buyer. The buyer says, yeah, I want to see it, but I don't want to see it today because I can't. I want to see it in 2 days. I told Svetlana, I have offers, so we're going to go on the contract. She tells the buyer says, okay, fine. And he's going to keep looking. I say, okay, so what do you do now? You pick up the phone and you call all the neighbors of my listing. And you say, our office just put a contract. We still have many buyers, and I actually have one active buyer right now myself. We couldn't get that one. Do you want to sell? And you just keep going. And if somebody wants to sell but doesn't match with the buyer, you list. Or it matches, and then you lock it. And while you've been calling, you're going to get a couple more. So thinking a little bit outside the
I
box.
was trying calling too. I pull up some.
Also, when you call and you have somebody who says, I might be selling, I might be interested in selling, but I don't want to sign listing agreement, you pull up a phone and say, hey, I'm working on something. I might be putting something on the market. We're not going live yet. Do you want something? This is 2-bedroom, stream move, whatever. You start little explaining. You don't share the whole address because you don't have an agreement to do it. But you kind of give a little magnet. And maybe somebody says, what is this? And you start talking. And maybe you're not going to list that, but now you have a new buyer. So pretty much this game is super easy. You just throw out magnets and see what sticks to the magnet. I have a buyer. You can start making calls to houses. Hey, do you want to list? And I might have a listing, and you start doing stories. Hey, do you wanna buy? I might have a new listing coming up. That's been my bread and butter. When I needed a buyer, like this, buyer shows up right away.
Okay, so I'm trying different sources. Whoever I can talk to, sending letters. I connected with some neighbors, just nosy neighbors who knows what's going on in the building. So I just find out, this person might this. I send the mailers to them. I think I'm gonna work a little bit more on Chime and the contacts in the Chime and call them more and people that talk.
You have to come up with a schedule. You have to have like a structure, because then you can always have something to fall back to. Because if days sometimes get chaotic. In the morning you're gonna have a showing, and then something happened, and the whole day falls apart, and you wake up in the morning, and now it's all messy again. You have to have something to go back to. Either you're going to be making calls to around something that sells, to absentee owners maybe you're going to mail. That's going to be a little bit more expensive. Or maybe you're going to start creating content. That's free. That develops a lot of skills. That reaches a lot of people too.
So what is your schedule?
I do calls in the morning, follow-ups, and then content.
Every day.
Almost every day. Sometimes it's messy. My Monday was not good, but we still did Monday calls at 12 o'clock for Zoom. Mm-hmm. But Monday was like catching up and just trying to, juggle all the balls in the air, and then come home tired, didn't feel like did anything. Yesterday was productive. Was just at home half a day, just making calls, touching base, just following up. That's the biggest. You probably also have a buyer who is waiting on your follow-up call too. Since you've already been in the business, you probably have somebody who spoke with you, who you maybe sold a house to. You can call them too. That could be one of the ways. Touching base with those who already bought with you or sold. You can just
I know that I have
talk
a few things
forever.
looking up. It's not coming yet, but like a past buyer, just like you said.
Yeah, you can do that.
Call
like
me and
one of the top
will
agents at my previous brokerage, she was top for many years, and she said at one of our annual parties, she said every time I drive, I call one of my clients. That's her thing. She was just super busy with showings, and then while she drives, she calls one of the clients if she's not negotiating or doing any deal. Meanwhile.
And what's the best time to call them? In the morning, probably.
Doesn't matter. There's no such thing. Yeah. Is it still recording? Everything's good?
Like sometimes at work, right?
In the morning usually.
See, I'm doing two things. I'm doing a meeting and I'm recording. I figured that we're going to buy a new phone. I'm going to have Sophia have a new phone, and just every time we have meetings, it's going to be recorded with me. So I'm doing two things. We're doing the meeting, and then I'm recording. So you can also try to find a way, because I'm busy. Sometimes I don't have time to sit down and do the video, but it's extremely important. Because the first thing is the marketing. It's the lead flow. The first thing is the marketing. Then it's the delivery of the product, which is servicing the buyers and sellers, help them find, buy, sell, negotiate, showing, inspection, walkthrough, all that. And then you're busy with that and you stop doing the marketing. So that's the most important thing. The marketing first, then delivery of the product, and then whatever else. There's a business card, there's all other stuff, It's called other, That's not my money-making activity. Money-making activities, there are only two. Marketing and delivery of the product, which is looking for clients and serving them. All other bullshit is not money-making activities. So marketing is first. So that's how your day starts too. You can even start your day with a video, you know, at 9 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever you wake up. Okay, today's topic, I have to share the news. You look up what the news are. 7 a.m. I wake up, the first thing I go and I put a reel on Instagram. You know, I do a podcast, then we cut 7, 8 reels. First thing, I plug in a reel in the morning, right away, and share it to Facebook and Instagram, all the stories and my feed. Okay, that's done. Then that works for the whole day. Tomorrow I'm gonna post a new reel. So that's like I have a reel scheduled for every day. Now I need to have a podcast done because I'm short on reels now. Now I need to record a meeting. That also takes some time. So but I know that that's the money making activity. Recording a podcast, cutting reels from it. I pay money for it, the cost. But then I reach people subscribe, people reach out, people ask questions. I go to here's one way for you to do it. You find people, you add them to Facebook, and then you start commenting.
Okay.
That's easy. That's very good because it's one-to-one. Mm-hmm. It's social, sort of. You're gonna maybe get used to a little bit doing some social.
On whatever they're doing.
And it's very personal too. So if you find somebody, click, add, comment, keep commenting. Like that could be your you could do that for a long time, for many hours in a day. Mm-hmm. And that could be your big. You had a meeting recently.
I will do that.
So what content do you commenting? Like real estate only?
Whatever. It's personal.
Even if
it's personal.
Picture with kids, you're gonna comment on this.
Yeah. Hey, where did you get that? Where did you get that flower from or basket from?
Yeah, whatever.
How did you get the basket?
That's
you know. You start. You know, and then I go to daycare. I drop my kid preschool, not the daycare, preschool. And then somebody walks out. I'm like, hey, how old is yours? This and this. What do you do? I'm in construction. What do you do? Come on, man. You know, that's how you do it. You know, you set these scenes. You know, for them to ask, what do you do? You start a little bit. Hey, boom, 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 boom. What do you do? Sometimes they feel uncomfortable because they don't do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because hey, I'm an astronaut.
Go for you.
How did that happen, you know? But yeah, that's the skill, you know? That's the skill. Like Oleg plays golf. He talks to everybody about it. He says, when am I finally gonna sell a house from this golf? Because I spent so much money already on golf. But it's coming because he's talking to a lot of people, you know?
It's gonna come.
Yeah. You know, so commenting on posts could be a good thing to do. You can actually have that as your routine in the morning. Wake up, go to your Facebook, add some people, go check their profiles, start commenting, and then just go through the feed don't get hung up and then just use it as a TV, but you're working there, you know.
Start watching reels.
Yes,
it's like,
it's
3 hours.
But nothing can compare to you producing the valuable content. Going into and commenting, like I have a guy who's not producing any content, but he's selling 50 houses a year through people that he knows. He's just making a bunch of calls. He's just networking like this. He's not using social, but I think social it's steroids. It's like eating chicken, rice, and then a steroid. You're gonna be bigger faster. You have to have the fundamentals, but the steroid, you drop the steroid and you're doing good, you know?
You can be just social, pick up the phone and call your friends, your family, everyone, or you can be social media and you create contact and reach out more people.
Yeah.
The same time you spend while you calling people, the same you spend.
It's a little bit different.
Because it's
one-to-one.
Yeah.
If when you call and text and comment, it's one-to-one, and then once you upload and spread, it's one-to-many.
But
you don't feel so personal.
If you're constantly building content and people watching you all the time, they get to know you and then reach out to you.
Yes.
It's pretty much.
But if you also reach out first, it becomes easier, you know?
Okay.
Then it happens easier. Did you have any struggles when you were starting putting videos?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah?
I still have. It takes me forever. So it takes couple of reels, and then I pick the one which I don't hate the most. But yeah, beginning, he was pushing me because I had to get out of my comfort zone 100%.
One person is better
I'm
at
gonna
this,
tell you
one
something,
better at this.
because I've always been in customer service. So when I started, I was afraid to pick up the phone, and I was in customer service. So it was just it's not gonna work. I am afraid to talk to people, So it pushed me to open up more and to actually talk to people and not to be afraid of people. So that's what you have to do.
I will talk to people like
You have to also trick yourself
Yeah.
and say, behind this camera, there's only one person. And that person, and then you just picture somebody who you're not, somebody who is much, much, much younger, doesn't know anything, and that's the person I'm talking to. You just change completely. That's how I do my videos. I just picture one person who doesn't know anything, But when I'm in the room and there's 100 people with their eyes looking at me, that was, in the beginning, was tough. Was really like, ooh, this is scary. Like they're waiting for something. Like, oh, I better perform good. Now it changed, Now it just got used to. I just got used to it. But that's how, because it's really it's a camera and then you pretty much there's not even that person in front of you.
Yeah, I'm telling
Like that's no problem.
It's not even live.
It's not even live. You can
Just
delete
go for
it. It's easy. Yeah, you can do it a couple times. And I'm still doing it many, many, many times. I have to take communication courses, I think. I just was looking this morning into it. How to build, how to communicate. Sometimes I'm watching my old videos. I know what I was trying to say, but I'm not bringing in the point. For a minute, where's the point? I'm like, how could even anybody watch this? There's no point in this video, So you're going to do an educational video, and then you're going to add people on friends. How many Facebook friends you got?
Over 1,000, 1,100 or something like that.
So get to 2,000 friends, and then starts commenting,
A lot of people. Okay, will do.
Yeah.
If not, then you're gonna do
Oh, you're gonna buy lunch for everybody. Yeah.
Write it down.
Okay,
Yeah.
what do you
Arthur
want
did
for
his
lunch?
podcast. Arthur did his podcast because he said, if I don't do it, I said, what if you don't do this? And he said, I'll buy lunch. I'm like, that's it. We're recorded, And then he recorded the podcast.
Oh yeah, he had podcast. I will
Yeah.
watch it.
About prospect of property management. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen they did. They
He
did
posted
record.
it.
Where did he do the podcast?
He
In
posted.
our
Where did he
area?
post? I saw some reels.
His Instagram.
No, that's not a
Yeah,
podcast.
there's a
That's-
reel 30
Oh
seconds.
yeah, that
but
was
he did.
short, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the microphones are there, but they're
Yeah,
not plugged in.
connected.
Oh,
They're
Yeah.
not plugged in.
Wow.
But that's fine. It's first video.
but
for
it's
him.
fine.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better to reach out to if you're Polish to Polish community, if you're Spanish to Spanish community, or
It's easier.
You do in Polish.
They
yeah,
come
I
right
like
away.
Polish, right?
They'll come right
Yeah,
away.
because Oleg was telling me just concentrate on Polish. So I started to. So when I do a reel, I do it in English, and then after couple of weeks, I change it the same reel to Polish.
Mailers, Olana can help. You just have to just commit to. Even if you brought the buyer, that's still fine. To even call and mail too. You can say we just sold representing the buyer. A lot of time listing agents doesn't. My very best success was in Hanover Park on Kit Carson townhouses. I bought myself a townhouse and I mailed, and I had 6 listings after that. I was the buyer. I was on the buy side, and the listing agent didn't mail. I mailed, and they kept calling me, "Hey, come list, come list." I sold 6 townhouses in there after I bought myself, and raised the price a little bit for myself. Yeah, but see, not every listing agent is gonna do it. Even if you do it, it's fine. You got the seller, the person got 2 mailers. But the text in the mail also is extremely important. The text we have is the property sold within a week for over ask, or whatever the situation was. We sold it in 2 days, 20,000 over ask. There's still multiple buyers looking for homes. If you're interested, let me know. If you're interested in selling, let me know. There's still many buyers. There's still couple buyers, let's say, looking for a home like yours in your complex. The seller's shit. There's buyers right now. and I'm thinking, and this agent had success in my neighborhood. Okay, let's see. You know, 1 out of 300 mailers will reach out, and sometimes you have to send like 3 batches to different complexes, different areas, and then you get a call from the first one 4 months later. Sometimes that happens too. Sometimes they hang on to it for a year, you know. But the mailers are good. And also absentee owners are good to call through Mojo. It's easy to talk to them. I have in a Google Drive, we have a list of questions. You want to sell? No. How long is it your rental? Yeah. How long you had it? This much. Do you have any more? No, it's the only one. You want to buy more? No. What are you going to do when lease expires? I don't know. You need help renting? Give it to somebody, you know? Just like millions of questions. And you can talk to them, hey, how many you have? 10. Whoa, so you're investing in real estate. How long have you been investing? What are you using? How are you buying? You're using owner financing. How are you buying 25% down? What's the best bank? How many rates? What kind of loans you like to get? How much equity? Were you thinking refinancing? You think liquidating? You know, it's the millions of, you can just keep talking. Hey, I would like to talk to you, grab a coffee, you have 10 rentals or 20. I love real estate, I love investing in real estate, we need to know each other. What else you look? You need some referrals to a boiler guy, you need a window guy, you need carpenter, you need, cleaning, window. Say my number. What do you need? And text somebody, you help them. He's gonna remember you, he's gonna refer you,